Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading, we're going to be getting messages from the fairy realm. So I asked Spirit what they wanted to focus on today for the reading, and they said, let's bring a fairy message through. So I went for a walk out in the forest behind my house to connect to the local fairy spirits there, which I am friends with, and they wanted me to deliver a message. So yes, there's going to be 3 groups with different messages in them, but they wanted me to deliver a general message. So for those of you who are willing to listen, this is what the fairies wanted to say. First and foremost, they said there's too much garbage. Okay, so they said it would be really, really helpful if, as humans, we could take it upon ourselves to take at least one piece of garbage out of the forest every time that we go there. I picked up this bottle cap. And it may not seem like a big gesture, it may not seem like a big deal, but to the fairies and to the forest, it really, really is. One small act of kindness can have such a huge ripple effect. So if all you do is pick up a bottle cap, then you've done a good job, and the fairies are happy. They also rewarded me with this birch branch, which indicates new beginnings, and I'm filming this on the new moon, so it felt very, very significant. And it was after I picked up and held onto this bottle cap, so it feels like I'm receiving some kind of a blessing from, yeah, that is what it is. They just told me, yeah, that's exactly what it is. You've got the fairy blessing. And I've had a connection to fairies ever since I was little. Actually, one of the first connection to fairies that I had was a book that was gifted to me as a child, and it was by Cecily Mary Barker, and it's the Flower Fairies book. This isn't the book itself, these are the postcards, which we're going to be using in the readings, but I really, really connected to the fairies, and I felt them, and I used to go to the forest as a child, and I would play with them and connect with them. So for those of you who have a connection to nature or a connection to the fairies, they want you to know that the forest is your home too. So they would love it if you could help them to take care of it. They also had a message about the trees getting cut down. That happens a lot in our world, and it hurts them. So the less damage we can do to the forest, the better. The easier it will be for all of us to coexist together and to become one again, like we were always meant to be. So they recommended that it would be best if humans could just use the fallen trees or branches that fall for whatever we need our wood for, and then they said come up with alternative ways to build things and to make things. You can do that. You're highly intelligent and you have technology now, so we don't need to be using wood, I think, as much as we still are. So I don't know if there's anybody here who can directly do anything about that, but they wanted to bring through that message. All right, so let's get into the choosing of the groups. We have group number 1 with the kitty cat in the forest, like a magical familiar type cat. Group number 2 with the fairy sitting on the mushroom. This is actually an image that I used to draw a lot as a teenager. I like anytime that I would have a pen in my hand and a piece of paper, I would always draw that image. Group number 3, we have the fairy fox in the forest. So select whichever image you feel drawn to. If you feel drawn to more than one, that's totally fine. There may just be multiple fairy messages here for you today. So follow your intuition, take what resonates and leave the rest, and we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1. Welcome to your fairy messages reading. You guys chose the cat, and this one just feels very warm and fuzzy. That's the vibe that I'm getting from your reading before we even pull any cards. It just feels very warm and fuzzy. So the fairy realm and the nature spirits, specifically the cats, they're telling me that cats can see fairies. And it's funny because earlier today I saw a little brownie running through my house, and brownies are part of the fairy realm, and it like ran across the floor and then jumped up onto my counter. And I don't see them like visually really strongly. I don't see them as like little people. I just saw like a little sort of almost like a little speck or something running across and then jumping up. And then in clairvoyantly, when I tuned in with my third eye, I saw, oh, it's a brownie. Okay. And my cat was watching it, obviously very intently. So cats can see into the fairy realm. Oh, we've just lost our candle. Hold on, let's replace that. Could be something about a message about seeing clearly, because the candle just went out and I was talking about, being able to see clairvoyantly, and the light of the candle represents sight. So that could be an additional message here. Okay, so group number 1, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So as I was mentioning in the intro, the flower fairies were one of the first connections I ever had to fairies. They reintroduced me to the fairy realm, and this was a deck of postcards sent in to us from a subscriber. Thank you so much for that. So I'm not gonna look at the cards. You guys can see them, but I'm looking up into the corner of my room. So, and I'm gonna select a card. Let's see, I feel this one. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Okay. So we're just gonna put her up over there in the corner. She's going to be like the significator of your reading, along with the image that you guys chose. All right, so let's go ahead and get some cards. I feel a lot of purity. I'm getting like Mother Mary energy from that particular fairy, interestingly enough. Okay, I feel those 2 cards. Be spontaneous. Okay. And the big picture. I just briefly I kind of was putting down these cards, and I looked over here at this one, and I got this visualization of the Statue of Liberty. So there could be something about New York or liberty, or yeah, something about that. I'm not sure yet, so hopefully we'll be able to get some information on this bigger picture. Okay. I feel like I want to get some animal cards. The moth. Ooh, interesting. And penguin. Okay. All right. Actually feel those. Oh, there's 3 cards there. I thought there was only 2. There's 3. Simplicity. Put your energy into the basics and let go of excess. Sorry, my bracelet keeps hitting the table. I might have to take those off. We'll see. Simplicity. Talk about your feelings. Tell a friend how you feel. And listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Okay, so they're talking a lot about your feelings here. Simplifying your feelings. Connecting to, oh, they said look beyond the black and white. So there's something about doing what's right here, and I was getting that from Lady Liberty. It's like this justice energy, or doing something that's right, following your intuition, seeing the bigger picture. Moth is very, very psychic and intuitive. It flies at night and it's attracted to light, and we did have to replace the candle, so that seems very significant. We're going to get more information from the Fairy Tarot. I feel these 4, 5, they said. Okay. Okay, the 10 of Spring. This is the 10 of Wands. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Okay. This is giving me bigger picture energy as well. It's like there's a huge responsibility. There's something that's been weighing on you. Maybe you feel obligated because I'm getting a feeling of obligation. And the Tower card, life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event. A situation that leads to significant opportunities, though. So that's always the good side of the Tower card, is that it brings upheaval and sudden change, but it's always to realign us with what our truth really is at a core level. And that's kind of what I'm getting here just so far in your reading group number 1. It feels like you're meant to be listening to your intuition. Cats, the image of the significator that you chose, is also about intuition and being able to see beyond the veil, seeing that higher truth. That's really what I'm feeling here. And Princess of Water, Sorry, winter. That's interesting that I saw water, but it's actually winter. Inquisitive, truthful, realistic, and undiplomatic. Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or adult. Now, it's funny that that phrase is coming up because I replied to somebody's comment earlier today. She was mentioning that she was in the first wave of souls that came to Earth to assist with the ascension. And I replied back, I'm a second waver. I'm an indigo child. Thank you so much for clearing the way. Just like teammates connecting with each other. It was a beautiful moment. And I'm feeling like there's something here. And here's this big cat energy. They just draw my attention to that too. So there's something here about they said changing of the guard. And the nature spirits are on board with this. That's why the fairies want to talk about this. So indigo child, you're very psychic, group number 1. Very psychic, very intuitive. And there's something that you've been denying from within, a feeling. It honestly feels like guilt. And then as a result of guilt, self-suppression. Or feelings of obligations that have not been met or fulfilled. Maybe you're putting pressure on yourself. Maybe you're putting pressure on yourself to be perfect. And Spirit is saying it's time to get out of this black and white. The fairies have this message for you to be softer with yourself, easier on yourself, to release some burdens, to tell yourself this higher truth. That's what I'm seeing here so far. 3 of Autumn, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. I am getting this feeling of maybe you've been having a feeling of something that you really want to do, but you've been denying that, group number 1. Is that maybe the case? Have you been denying your truth? Have you been, this could even have to do with imagination. Because in the beginning I was telling you guys I was seeing the brownies, and it's through the imagination. And that's how children connect to fairies and nature spirits as well. It's through imagination. It's not a fantasy realm. It is an actual dimension, and you can see and receive information from that. So I'm getting creativity, being spontaneous, following your passions being really important here. Creating something big. But you have to kind of listen to your feelings here. I see this other cat here in this card too. So there's something about the cats and them being a conduit for you to feel your emotions and to trust your intuition. So perhaps you have a cat, group number 1, who you can connect to, or that would benefit you to have a cat. And the 5 of Winter, 5 of Swords. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Okay, so since you have the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Spring, the life experience card, and listen to your true feelings, which was talking about not letting others talk you into something you don't want to do, I feel like this is you taking your power back and fighting for your freedom. Because that's kind of what the Statue of Liberty feels like to me. It's like fighting for your freedom and not going along with a bully. There's some kind of a bully energy here, and I'm not sure if it's yourself and something that you've internalized, or if this is someone else. You could literally be in a job that feels like it's bullying you into submission and causing your spontaneity and your passion and your intuition to dwindle. So this could be a sign to really kind of break free from that and let yourself grow so that you can connect to this larger picture of life, that it's not just about these smaller cycles or these smaller things that you're doing. It's the bigger pictures that you're meant to grow, you're meant to evolve, and you're meant to be a spiritually aligned being. Okay, I've got another fairy tarot deck here, so we're going to get some clarifiers. What does group number 1 need to do about this? You have the 7 of Swords. You have to be honest with yourself. The 7 of Swords is about deception, and in some cases, it can be about internalized self-deception, lying to ourselves, denying our true feelings. I remember when the 7 of Swords was haunting me for a while. It was in 2022 and 2023 that it was haunting me for quite some time. And I was frustrated every time that it would come out of any deck. And I was like shaking my fist at the sky going, why is the 7 of Swords following me? I hate the 7 of Swords. It's the worst card in the deck. And it kind of is. But it was showing me that I was lying to myself because I was in a situation that was causing me to repress my own truth. And it caused me to doubt myself even further. It cost me some confidence and it lowered my self-esteem. And so the Seven of Swords was trying to send me a message. It was a warning sign, a red flag, being like, hey, it's time to get out of this situation. Your body knows what's up. Your intuition is telling you this, but you're not listening. Why are you not listening? And it was because I would have had to make some big changes, and I did have to make some big changes at that point in my life. I had to move, I had to end a relationship, I had to switch what I was doing with my work and career. So it was like a big overhaul moment, and that's kind of where the Tower comes in. But I can tell you, looking back in hindsight, 20/20 vision is always super clear, and we're talking about vision here. We're talking about your ability to see. I see that it was life experience that helped develop me into who I am now and what I'm doing. So I'm seeing this here for you, group number 1. There's a truth that you've been denying of yourself, and the fairies see it, and they want you to be liberated. They want you to be free. They want you to be true to yourself and what your feelings are trying to tell you, because they're real and it's true. And the more you trust yourself, the more aligned you will be and the clearer you will see. 9 of Swords. But you've got to get out of your own head here, group number 1. You're a highly sensitive, intuitive being, but there's some aspect of you that's been denying this. Because the 9 of Swords is you being trapped in anxiety of the mind, black and white thinking, cognitive distortions, they just said. Black and white thinking is literally a cognitive distortion, psychologically. Seeing only good or bad. No gray area. And I just heard the phrase, I'm bad. No, you're not, group number 1. You're not bad. You're learning. And you're healing. And you're getting life experience. You're not a bad person. King of Pentacles. Stability. They also just gave me the word change and growth. So the King of Pentacles here is encouraging you. This is a fairy. Oh, they're showing me the fairy. He's a masculine fairy, and he's standing on top of a mushroom. Sort of reminds me of the significator image for group 2, but it's different. So he's this masculine fairy. He's standing on a mushroom, and his stance is kind of like the superhero pose, like Superman pose. So he feels protective, but he also feels a little bit stern. And he's saying to you, group number 1, you haven't been listening, and it's time. It's time to listen to yourself. It's time to trust yourself. It's time to step into your power. There's some things that you need to change in your life. Maybe it's your diet. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's something else. I'm feeling like it's something very physical, because the pentacles are to do with the material realm. So there's something physically in your life that needs to change, and your emotions and your intuition have been trying to tell you this. But there's been a denial, rationalization, black and white thinking, cognitive distortions that may have stemmed from self-repression patterns. That's kind of what they're showing me here. We're getting very deep and psychological. I wasn't expecting this from a fairy reading. But this is what the fairies are trying to help you with. They're trying to help you see who you are and who you're not and what you're not. Because I feel like you've been stuck in this sort of feedback loop or distortion of the truth. And so you're not seeing yourself and your situation clearly. I'm getting that you feel trapped, but you're not, group number 1. And if you would only trust yourself and spirit. They're also showing me Green Man. And it's like the face in the trees. The face in the leaves, they said specifically, the face in the leaves. So when you see faces in trees or leaves, that's Green Man. He's like the father of the nature realm. And he's protecting you. He's trying to lead you out of this situation that is kind of toxic for you, I gotta say, group number 1. It's toxic for you, and your intuition's trying to guide you out of it, to protect you. But there's been an aspect of the mind rationalizing everything and going into fear and resistance that has been obscuring this truth. Ace of Wands, passion. And they did mention follow your passion, be spontaneous. Maybe you haven't been doing things that you felt inspired to do. Maybe because other people expect you to do something else, or maybe it's just even like an internalized sort of societal feeling of like, I need to do what everyone else is doing, otherwise, I'm the odd man out, or I'm the odd duck. And it's like, no, you're meant to be free to do whatever you want to do and to be whoever you want to be. So if you want to go dance down the street, go dance down the street. If you want to wear, I don't know, like if you want to wear something completely abstract, you can totally do that. There's no rules to life, is what they're telling me. The only rules to life are you in alignment with your truth? And if you're not, you got to liberate yourself, group number 1. Got to liberate yourself here. And it's going to be through action, spontaneous action, following your inspiration, getting a little bit outside your comfort zone is what's being recommended here, and freeing yourself from these traps of the mind. Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. This is to do with feelings. We have 2 cards that we're talking about feelings here, and the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Emotion. And I did say water before when I meant to say winter. Or winter over here. So it's important that you master your mind and your emotions and where those two intersect. So group number 1, final closing messages from the fairy realm here. Get out of your own head. Clear your thoughts, purge your mind, cleanse your mind. Get into a different headspace, a different state of consciousness, maybe into even a different location to get you out of this funk, because that's honestly what it feels like, a funk. It feels like you're stuck in your own head and you're trapped in these cognition loops, is what they just said, cognition loops. And the fairies are trying to free you so you can get back to your spontaneity, to your childlike enthusiasm for life, not feeling trapped by these ideas that the mind has created, or that society has created, that culture has created. You're meant to be free to just do what you want. This is your life. This is your life, group number 1. Open your eyes, open your heavenly eyes, open your psychic sight. It will guide you along this path, and you will see very clearly what direction you're meant to go. So the first thing to do here is to trust your emotions, because those feelings are what's going to open your eyes. All right, guys, that is what I see for you today from the fairies. Thank you so much to the fairies for supporting us and delivering this message for your greatest and highest good. I hope that it was helpful. If it resonated, let me know how in the comments below if you feel called. Thank you for liking the reading if you enjoyed it, and stick around for more. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the fairy sitting on a flower, and I absolutely love this image. This was one that I actually drew over and over and over as a teenager. I don't know what it was about this fairy sitting on a mushroom, but anytime that my pen would make contact with paper, that's what would come out. And we're going to get a message for you, group number 1, on what the fairies want to say to you. So this is a message directly from the fairies. And we're going to start out by using these postcards from Cecily Mary Barker. One of the first fairy connections that I had as a kid was through her books, and the imagery there, they're absolutely gorgeous. So these are some of those fairies, and this deck was sent in by a subscriber, so thank you. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just going to shuffle through. I'm going to stop when I feel this one. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. I feel lightness here, lightness of being. I just saw 111 on the recording time, so there's an activation that's coming from this reading for you, group number 2, and it feels very light and very free. Okay, so we're going to set her there in the side. And we're going to go in with the nature spirits. So what is the significance, spirit, of the fairy sitting on the mushroom? They gave me the word protection. And I do know that the mushrooms are the protectors of the fairy realm. That's often why we see mushroom circles as indicators to the fairy realm, or entrances to the fairy realm. But they're even more than that. The mushrooms are kind of like guardians, and they're ancient and wise is what they're telling me. I actually feel this one on top too. So we've got 3. Nope, there's one more. It's this one. Okay. 4. 4 from the Nature's Whispers deck. illumination. Riding this beautiful moth here. Wow. Look at that back tattoo of the butterfly. I just got a message that somebody may have a back tattoo here in group number 2. Interesting. Okay. Illumination. And I was getting that lightness and brightness from the yellow in your main card here. So there's something about something being illuminated, something being brought into the light, being drawn to the light. Yeah, because the moth is drawn to the light, whether it's moonlight or sunlight. I think they're both important here. Open your heart. Wow. And they're showing me clairvoyantly in my mind somebody riding on a giant swan. I feel like I've seen that image before and I can't remember where. I think it was in, the Nutcracker? Like the old cartoon movie, The Nutcracker. Is that where that's from? There could be some significant codes of illumination in that movie. So random, but hey, let love be your beacon. Okay, they're talking a lot about love here. Opening your heart, love. I'm feeling relationships, and the Nutcracker is about, what is her name? Anna and, well, the Nutcracker Prince. Okay, we have assurance. Let me move the little Corona bottle cap that I picked up. If you guys listen to the story in the intro, you'll know why that's there. Okay. Let's get some more cards here to get more of this message pieced together for you, group number 2. Okay. Wow, healer. Okay, and the heart chakra is how you heal. They're also showing me the solar plexus chakra. So those two are significant here. And I keep feeling like your light body, your lightness of being. There's something about the light within you that's very high vibrational, and it gives you this lightness of being. The fairies want to talk about that. Okay. And exercise, interesting. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. Did I read this one? You have the power to help and heal others. You have the power to help and heal others. Something about lightness and exercise might show you how to connect to your light body, or it might illuminate you in some way. Oh, they're showing me doing heart-opening exercises. So it's not even necessarily about physical exercise. This is like exercising how to open your heart and create some kind of balance here. And they're showing me illumination, like illuminating the heart, being able to see through the heart, shining this beacon of love, like this heart-shaped lantern that she's got in her hand here. Shining a beacon of love. What? We'll get some animal cards too. Zebra. They said, show your true colors. Show your true colors. Oh, and the fox. This reminds me of group number 3's significator image. I haven't done that reading yet, so I don't know. Okay. I feel those two as well. There's a lot of cards coming out in your reading group number 2. I don't know how we're going to fit them. We'll find a way to fit them all here. Cat. I was feeling a connection to group 1. I have to mention it with the moth there and the lightness of being. And then this cat here. There could be some messages in group 1, or perhaps you watched that reading. If it feels like it's calling you, go for it. If not, that's totally fine too. And then you have the camel. Oh, I just had a pitch change in my right ear. So this is an activation. I was seeing the 111 in your reading. So this is bringing through activations for you, group number 2. Yeah, there's some kind of consciousness activation. Your light body's getting activated. The fairies are supporting you in this. It's like reconnecting to your magic and your healing abilities, like you're healing through the heart chakra. Okay, yeah, this card came up in group 1. So, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. And this is the life experience card, which is the Tower in the traditional tarot. And they're showing me when whatever her name is from the Nutcracker, when she gets shrunk down into doll size, it's like this. That's like a tower moment for her. She's like, oh my God, what is happening? You know, her entire world has been flipped upside down. It's been completely altered. And then she has to go on this mission to find the Sugar Plum Princess so that she can turn back into a human. But it turns out she's this Sugar Plum Princess all along. And the whole mission was just to get her to connect with the Nutcracker Prince and to free him and herself through this process. So there's something very significant about that theme, that archetype, that story. Very interesting. Not what I was expecting, but I never really know what to expect with readings. Princess of Winter, finding the truth, inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic, information that can help you but which may also be difficult to hear, speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. I talked about that in group 1, so I won't go into it there, but there's something here about your heart having truth and strength. Yeah, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. How wonderful you are. And they're talking about the zebra here being like, show your true colors. And we were talking about like black and white thinking in group number 1. Your true colors come from the heart, group number 2. 3 of Winter. This is the 3 of Swords. And in the traditional tarot, the image is a heart pierced by 3 swords. Okay, so this is heartbreak and pain. And it says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. So they're talking about opening your heart, healing your heart, having the strength to feel these emotions and understand them, not intellectualize them to the point where you're disconnected from your emotions, but to understand them that's a different thing, right? Sometimes you do need to have clarity on why things happened the way that they did. What you need to know about that can help you to heal and reassure yourself here that there is love out there for you. I keep getting this message, group 2, that there's love out there for you, and you're meant to be in a loving romantic relationship, specifically romantic. And if you're not in that right now, or you've had pain and heartbreak and you've suffered a lot at the hands of romance, this is a message straight from the fairy realm that they want to reassure you that there is love that is destined for you. And it's a process of you finding yourself along the way. So it may come about in unexpected circumstances because they keep showing me the Nutcracker. And I think that's a ballet. So there's something here about dance as well. Something about being light on your feet, because that was the first message that came through from this fairy standing on the leaf. That's why I was getting lightness from her. It's like she weighs nothing. She's very light. And that's like the light body. It weighs almost nothing, like a few grams. So there's something about being light on your feet. 6 of Summer. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So this is like memories of the past, nostalgia, things from within your heart that are ready to be healed, group number 2. And they have I was going to put the deck down and this just kind of like fell out into my hand. So I took it and it's the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Summer. Open your heart to love. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Okay, so I was getting that from the moth. It's like moving towards the light. This is psychic and spiritual awakening. Self-healing and love can also be connected to the Ace of Cups. And they were talking about romance here. So there's something about healing your heart and finding yourself, seeing the truth, developing your inner strength, healing memories from the past, and then connecting to a divine partnership. This is really quite profound, group number 2. Oh my God, no way. The Ace of Cups again. They are really screaming this message to you, group number 2. The Ace of Cups again. So this is like the Holy Grail. And since there's two of them, I feel like there's two people here, two hearts meant to be united as one. But it's like you're finding yourself along this process. Oops, I meant to, yeah, there we go. Queen of Wands, and she's sitting on a mushroom. How perfect. Yeah. And the reference of that was me drawing that as a teenager. So there's something about maybe from your teen years or from your childhood, because that's what the Six of Cups can talk about. Things that need to be healed, love that you need to give yourself, so that this romantic relationship can really thrive and flourish. But there's something here that you haven't necessarily been seeing, but the fox is very sly, very cunning, and it shapeshifts. And it's one of the guardians and protectors of the fairy realm. So there's something here that you're meant to sense, but not necessarily see. So I think this is why they're talking about the third eye and psychic abilities too, because it's like opening up your intuition is going to help you sense this and then be able to release some of these feelings, heal these feelings, heal the mind, have this strength to keep going forward. Seven of Pentacles, patience and prosper is what they just said. Patience and prosper. Okay. They're showing me the way that she's kind of weaving what looks almost like a basket with these mice as her helpers. So something about weaving something together, understanding something or using something from the past to create something new now. I'm also getting Cinderella vibes from the Seven of Pentacles. So maybe like you've been working, really toiling, and not seeing any results, and they're saying patience and prosper, because when you stay true to yourself, miracles happen. That's the phrase they just gave me. When you stay true to yourself, miracles happen. And this is the whole thing, is you're meant to stay true to yourself. That's what's going to create the reality of your dreams, is what I'm getting. Nine of Swords. This came up in group number 1 as well. These two readings almost feel like two different sides of that coin. They're like similar. Very similar. So Nine of Swords here, freeing yourself from any mental traps around not taking care of yourself. That's what they just said. Not taking care of yourself, or feeling stuck in old ways of thinking. They keep showing me something from childhood. So memories from the past need to be purged, released, healed here. Group number 2. The fairies are helping you do that. They're going to show you how to do it in a light way so that it doesn't feel quite so heavy. It's not meant to be painful, is what they're telling me. It's meant to be joyous. So as you can relate to yourself more deeply, you're going to see the beauty in some of these past experiences, and that will allow you to release some of the pain that goes along with that. So it is something to do with black and white, and that's going to show you your true colors. It's like the goodness in your being. Okay. Seven of Swords. Yeah, that came out in group 1 as well. I'm sorry to keep saying that if you're not called to it, but it's just like palpable how connected those readings are, these two readings are. So the Seven of Swords is seeing the truth. And I'm getting reassurance from this as well, and it's sitting on top of the assurance card underneath there, even though we can't see it. So this is you being reassured by the fairies and by spirit, because you can see she's watering this flower. And this flower is a little different. There's a pink one, but there's a blue one here that she's watering. So there's something about like differences and being okay with being different. Yeah. They said embrace your differences. Embrace your differences. Love yourself unconditionally. Walk your path. Find your own way. Have the confidence to go out there and go on an adventure, because it's going to test your strength, but it's also going to develop you through life experience. And you're going to find yourself along the way, is what they're saying. You're going to find yourself along the way. Just like Krista did, not Anna, that's what it is, Krista. She's from the Nutcracker. Yeah. Okay. Wow, underneath the deck we have the Magician card. Yeah, you're going to be able to manifest a destined reality here, is what they're talking about. And it's in the cards, is what they just said. And oh, look at, he's got these playing cards. So it's like the hand that you were dealt by the divine, and the fairies, they see that because they're seeing beyond the physical dimension of reality, and they see this hand that you've been dealt. And some of the cards were good and some of the cards were bad, but that doesn't make you bad. And this is you being able to work with what you were given and win. It's like you're able to make it work somehow. You're able to find a winning hand, is what they just said. Find a winning hand. I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, underneath that we had the moon card, and that's what I was getting there from like the moonlight. And to me, the moon represents the unconscious mind. It's what we don't see. It's also what we feel. It's connected to the emotional body. And so they're talking about the sun and moon. So bringing the unconscious body, the emotional realm, into the light of day, which is the conscious awareness, and then understanding it. Doing that is going to be very healing for you, group number 2. And you're going to feel more confident, stronger, more self-assured in what you're doing and how you're doing it, why you're doing it, and more importantly, who you're becoming as you move along your path, as you grow and evolve in this life. So play the hand that you were dealt, okay? And it's up to you how you play it, because we're all given mixed hands, okay? Most of the time, we're all given mixed hands of cards, but it's up to us how we play that. Holy shit! Sorry. A huge bald eagle just flew right past my window. Like, I'm not, like, that's like maybe 15 feet away from me. There was a huge bald eagle. Oh my God, sorry. I'm like stumbling over my words because I just got so excited. Because I was looking down at the cards and then I looked over to the left out my window and this huge winged creature just flies by, and I look at it and I'm like, whoa, that's a bald eagle. I live in the mountains, so that's not like super uncommon, but I've never seen one that close and like right when I'm doing a reading. So this feels really significant. It's to do with freedom. The Statue of Liberty came up in group number 1. So there may be something to do with like America, or they said America the Brave. Interesting. And you did have the Strength card, something about courage or bravery. I'm not sure what the connection is there, but there seems like a synchronicity or a deeper meaning that I'm not necessarily privy to. Maybe that will mean something to someone who was drawn to this reading. If it's not for you, don't worry, you don't have to take it, but I'm getting something about that. I'm just not sure what it is. Wow, okay, so group number 2, I think that's the message. They wanted to end strong with that eagle, okay? So this is like your personal freedom, transformation, healing, playing the hand you were dealt and doing it very skillfully. Flying with strength, freedom, and embracing this journey through the process of becoming yourself. You're going to heal and you're going to step into your destiny when it comes to love, romance, and your purpose. They also just said, okay, yeah, so it's like it's kind of all connected in some way, indirectly or even directly, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what I have for you today, group number 1. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Group number 2, these just feel like the same reading. I love you. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you guys chose the fox in the forest. And I feel like it's almost like a fairy tale is the image that I'm getting, or the feeling that I'm getting. It feels very fairy tale-like. And there's a lot to do with fairies in fairy tales, right? So they're literally called fairy tales. So this is something very magical. They're also giving me the word synchronicities. So there's like these magical co-occurrences that are happening that have deeper meaning for you along your path. And we're going to find out what these are so that you can understand the deeper message that the fairies are trying to bring you. So first we're going to start off with these Cecily Mary Barker cards that were sent in by a subscriber. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm not looking, I do feel this one actually. I'm not looking at it, but what is it? Oh, dandelion. It's like, I just heard ragweed in my head. Are those the same? Anyway, so interesting that you've got this little playful guy here. I'm hearing the word resilience. Resilience. Okay. Let's get more information here. Resilience. Wishes coming true, I just heard. They showed me like the little dandelion fluffs, and you know how you blow them and you make a wish? Something about wishes coming through and being resilient on this path to seeing your wishes come to fruition. They also just showed me the dandelion with like a lion's head in it. Oh yeah, dandelion. I didn't even put that together. Oh, Spirit, you're so funny. The fairies have a good sense of humor too. Be in service. Okay, interesting. Keep your dreams alive. Oh, look, you've got the dandelions there too. And she's blowing, like I said. Keep your dreams alive. Make a wish, they said. They just said make a wish. Blow out the candle. Is somebody's birthday coming up, or is something about a birthday? Making a wish, blowing out the candle. I feel this one on top too. Let love be your beacon. Okay. Bottom of the deck is laughter, and I just saw 222 on the recording time. So twos are about building, mastery, the master builder number. It's also about partnership, cooperation, balance, harmony. But the laughter card is so funny because I literally laughed when they showed me the lion in the dandelion. So yeah, it's like puns, fairy puns. Okay, let's get an, oh, firefly. Oh, so magical. Yeah, it feels like a fairy tale group number 3. I don't know what this is, but it feels like a fairy tale. You also have the bee and the frog. The firefly and the frog remind me of the Princess and the Frog. They actually want this one as well. The pig. Okay. Oh, abundance, prosperity. Bear as well. Bear on the bottom of the deck. Strength, courage. I'm getting prosperity from the bear as well. For some reason, the bear and the pig are telling me about prosperity, and I just saw 333 on the recording time. So there's a lot of synchronicities and alignment coming in for you, group 3. I feel like some kind of wishes that you've made, or wishes that you've made in the past, are coming true. Something of like a fairy tale sort of thing, like it's very magical the way these come through, or the way they come true. You have one step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. Resilience to keep going towards something that you want, keeping your dreams alive. Yeah, that's what, okay. I'm starting to see the puzzle pieces come together here, group number 3. They want you to really stay keen and alert. That they just showed me the fox that you guys picked as your significator image. And foxes are very keen, very alert, very aware. They're highly sensitive. So there's something about keeping your dreams alive, not letting those die out, and continuing to move towards your goal one step at a time. The B is like diligence and hard work and productivity and things like that. And that's the message from, oh my God, that's so funny. In the Princess and the Frog, Princess Tiana has this dream, and so she's working day and night, 2 jobs, full time, more than full time, to try and scrimp and save enough money to be able to make this dream come true. And her lesson in that movie is that dreams are not complete without someone to share them with, and that she doesn't need to work quite so hard, and she needs to have more fun in her life. Oh yeah, you had the... All right, sorry, the camera died and I've got it plugged in now, but yeah, I was realizing that you guys had the laughter card, and that was a big message for Tiana in the Frog Prince, or the Princess and the Frog. It was like she needed to learn to lighten up a little bit and have more fun, and to connect, and to like embrace life, and not waste it just working, constantly being in service to this higher dream that she had, but also not letting that dream go entirely. So there was this kind of balancing act between that. And yeah, so that's kind of what I was seeing there. We have the Forgive card. It's time to let go of anger or blame. This could be part of the process somehow, like letting go of things not working out is what I just heard. Letting go of things not working out the way that you expected them to, or in the timing, specifically the timing that you expected them to, group number 3. So there's something about not giving up hope. It's like persisting. against all odds. It's like dandelions being able to grow out of sidewalks. It's like you may have had some circumstances that were challenging for you, where you didn't have the right resources or the right timing or the right environment to make this dream a reality yet. But I do see you being able to do that. I see a lot of prosperity and protection of you on your path as you move towards this. But it's like there's some lessons that are being learned here that are helping you to actually embrace the creation of this dream and seeing your wish come true. Worth waiting for. The patience will be your patience will be rewarded. Group number 3. This is what Spirit and the fairies want to talk to you about here, is that your patience will be rewarded, even though you don't see these things coming to fruition just yet. I feel that they will, okay? I'm getting that intuitive sense, and that's usually right. So I feel like you're going to see things come to manifested form in some way, but it's kind of like continuing to hold the vision while also embracing balance. Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Okay, so where have you been in service to others, but you've neglected yourself? Group number 3. I feel like that could be part of this as well. I feel like you're very resilient, and so you kind of take on this role of mothering or nurturing other people, but you're meant to grow really strong too, and you're meant to have the resources that you need. I'm also seeing a dreamy quality here of like keeping those dreams alive. They keep saying that, letting your heart be the beacon, letting love be the beacon. That's what's going to guide you forward. I'm seeing friendship being important as well. They just took me to the Firefly, and what was his name? Pierre, I think? In The Princess and the Frog. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. I just love Disney movies so much. They warm my heart. And I'm seeing, like friendship being important. There can be guides in the form of friends, and they're like real life physical spirit guides almost, They help to guide you on your path. They help show you the way. And they're also going to be blessings, is what Spirit is telling me. So the people in your life are really important, but you have to kind of be aware of your sensitivity and how much you give and how much you're receiving in return. And this doesn't mean being conditional with your love. It just means being very aware of the reciprocity in your relationships and making sure that you're not overextending yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things they're talking about here, because there may have been a tendency towards giving too much and then feeling resentment. The candle just made like a spurt of smoke. I don't know if the camera... I don't know if the camera picked that up, but I saw it out of the corner of my eye. So there's something here that needs to be released from the past around resentment, either of the universe for not manifesting your dreams fast enough, or of yourself for feeling like you've maybe self-sabotaged, or maybe to other people who have negatively contributed to the situation that you find yourself in. That's what they're telling me. Okay. But they're saying that there's an alternate path. The sun, look at that. You have sunflowers in the Queen of Cups card, the Queen of Summer, and then you have the sun. They said summer is going to be significant for you, group number 3. Something about the summertime is going to be significant. There's a new path that's going to open up, and it's going to show you your dreams manifesting into reality in a very physical way. They're also talking about optimism here. The fairies want you to be optimistic, and they're guiding you. That's what they're showing me. They're your little firefly friends that are trying to show you the way. So the sun says plans that work out perfectly. Oh my God, it's so perfect here. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations and gratitude for the blessings of life. So stay in an optimistic, high vibrational mindset. Keep your heart and your mind open. They said actually keep your heart open and your mind focused on the goal. That's what's going to help you get there. And I'm seeing a lot of support, like a lot of little fairy friends that are around you, guiding the way. Look at all these little fairies around her in the sunflowers. Something about sunflowers. Yellow flowers could be significant because we've got the dandelion card there. And then you've got these sunflowers showing up. Whoa, yeah, look at that path opening up for you. The Magician, this is manifestation. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. They are saying that so clearly here. Make a wish. It will come true. Don't lose hope. There's prosperity here. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing. Your patience will be rewarded. It will be worth waiting for. And you're seeing signs and synchronicities, they said. Didn't they mention that before? Was that in your reading that I was talking about that? I can't remember now. They all start to blur together, and especially since I got interrupted with the dying of the camera. By the way, I wanted to mention something about that. Interruptions. Maybe that's what things have been frustrating here for you, group number 3. Maybe you've had interruptions in your plans, your things not working out perfectly, or situations falling through that you thought were going to be very set in stone. They're saying it's because it just wasn't the right timing. There was something that was off, and it needed to work out in exactly the way that it is going to work out, and it's going to be worth waiting for. They keep saying that. I just see so many blessings up ahead of you, group number 3. So much optimism, so much growth, so much prosperity, and playful pleasure is what they're showing me. Playful pleasure. And fairies know all about that. Fairies are really good at helping you to embrace playful pleasure. That's a tongue That's a tongue twister. Let's laugh, you guys. Let's laugh. I'm not going to edit that because this is about the reading here. You guys got to laugh. That lightheartedness and that joviality is the word that they just gave me. Joviality? Is that even a word? I don't know. We can make stuff up here because this is what playfulness is all about. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I freaking love this. Look at 10 of Summer, 10 of Cups. This is your happily ever after. This is your wish fulfilled. This is everything coming to the final moment of culmination. So it says an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. I knew friends were going to be important here. Raising children wisely and people you can trust. So there's definitely some friendship here for you that's helping to guide you on your path, group number 3. And I think that these are going to be very intuitive people that help you to heal, that help you to see the light, that help you to move towards your goal, maybe even in practical ways, like they have been there or they're doing it and they're showing you the way almost, because they're showing me like practical guides. Your friends are like practical guides. And if you don't have people around you like this already, then they're coming in. They're coming in possibly in the summer, because they did mention summertime. So the fairies are bringing people to you. That's what they're literally showing me. Fairies surrounding a person and then pushing them towards you. That is so funny. They're like pushing and shoving like little Tinkerbells all around, being like, go this way to this one person. And then you meet and you hit it off and you just become such good friends. And I'm seeing you like laughing together, like big, good belly laughs, and it raises your vibration, and this person is such a good influence in your life, and you really appreciate them, and you go on this journey together, and you find your way together, and you balance work and fun, and things are just really beautiful, and they start to work out for you because you're in a higher vibration. It's not that this person made it work out for you, it's because they helped you to lighten the way that you were approaching the situation. They help to ease your heart, and they help you to release and let go of some things from the past that were heavy on you. We have the King of Spring here. That's the King of Wands. Innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. This is what I mean. I feel like you're going to have friendships that are going to support you. And it's going to be unexpected in some ways, group number 3. But this person, whether it's male or female, is going to come in and they're going to help you to walk this path successfully. I keep seeing success being so emphasized here in your reading. And you know what's funny? This card always reminds me, look at the guy there. He kind of looks like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, like Orlando Bloom as Legolas. Does he not? Look. Legolas is coming to help you. And you know what's also funny? Holy shit, this is so crazy. The fox, when I earlier when I was talking about the fox having keen senses, in my mind, they were showing me the scene from Lord of the Rings when Gimli and Legolas are walking through the forest, and he's like, I've got the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk. And then the elves sneak up on him and they're like, and the something of a whatever, because they're like super loud. And it's just like one of those really funny moments. And I feel like you're going to find your Legolas to your Gimli, you know, group number 3. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like these two very unlikely people who come together and just become the best of friends. And you go on this journey and you like team up and you help each other to get better. And you have this camaraderie that just really opens your heart, helps you heal, and it bridges the gap. Because it's like this person is very different than you. You're very different than them, but you just like balance each other out in some way, or it's just this really beautiful relationship, and it almost makes me want to cry with like happiness, because that's what it's bringing to you in your life. Group number 3 is like, it's bringing you this such a transformative level of happiness that I can't even begin to describe it. So something about the summertime, keep your eyes peeled for this person, trust your intuition, focus on your goal, because when you're focusing on your goal in a balanced way, I feel like that's what's going to draw this person in, and they are going to be worth waiting for, and your goal and your success are definitely going to be worth waiting for and well rewarded. Spirit just said that's what the fairies, they're like bringing, they're showing me like treasure chests of gold. Okay, so this could be like quite literally manifesting wealth. They did say that here, didn't they? Yeah, a financial windfall. And that's what Tiana was trying to do. She was trying to save up money to buy the restaurant of her dreams. And then she ends up getting it. So I see you guys really being very industrious, working really hard. You're going to get the support you need, and things are going to work out. Things are going to work out, okay? That's really the message I'm seeing from the fairies here. And the angels, they just said. This is a fairy reading, not an angel reading, but the angels just came in and said, yeah, we're here too. Okay. You got a big team here, group number 3. You got a lot of support in the non-physical and in the physical. And it's coming in. So I'm sending you guys so much love and luck and blessings for your dreams and your wishes to come true for your greatest and highest good. And so it is. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next reading.